I love music. Let me tell you. Happy Friday, everybody.
Yo.
It's always on with Tonya and my man Jay.
Jay Jones in the house.
And my man DJ J.U.I.S.
Yo.
Woo! How's everybody doing?
Chilling.
You chilling?
It's cold outside, so I'm trying to thaw out right now.
It's really cold. It's dead of winter.
So
doing a thing.
Let's introduce our guest. Hold on.
Well, T, just really quick.
Okay.
What's up? We on a new time. Let's just remind the peeps. Always on live. Tonya Jay. 8 o'clock now. New prime time slot.
Yeah, we're on at 8 o'clock.
I know you want to get into R.Kelly. We going.
Yeah,
we going there.
Okay, I hope so.
We got an exclusive in the building.
I have this piece of hair that keeps poking the hell out.
No, we not going there yet. I'm not gonna mess with that.
Really?
No.
Really, Jay?
No. I got a piece of hair poking out too, but
So anyway, we're live. 8 o'clock now. We're no longer 9 p.m. We are 8 to 9 tonight and forever.
Thank you for all those 3,500 viewers and listeners out there. We pumped the numbers up.
There you go.
We've been moving.
Exactly.
That's how you do it.
We've been moving into orbit.
So you good?
I'm straight.
How was your week? Was good?
Dope.
Yeah.
Killing it.
You look nice.
Grinding.
I like
Thank you.
it too.
I'm just,
J.U.I.S.
I'm good.
What's up with you, Jay? How's the Wu-Tang?
We good.
All right.
All right.
So we said to Juice real quick. It was like, yo, you barely made it here. You almost got caught up. You got hemmed up by the popo.
This week I don't say nothing and stuff. We got a lot of guests here, so we had to carry on.
Right.
Oh my God.
He keeps it real.
J.U.I.S. is so quick. I don't know, man.
All right, Just God. What's up?
So anyways, we have our guest here. We have La Loca.
Dímelo, que lo que hay.
Yes.
You gotta come closer for the shot.
Sorry.
Yeah, you guys gotta have the camera on you.
Exactly.
Y'all look gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
Sharp, eyebrows on fleek. Okay.
All right, so tell us about yourself, Miss La Loca.
Oh man, I do middays at Radio 103.9, 10 to
Slow,
3.
girl, slow.
What? Slow?
103.9.
Oh, radio.
That's radio.
I'm so used to it. It just flows out. Radio 103.9 in Manhattan. I do middays, like I said, 10 to 3, right after Tom Joyner and right before D.L. Hughley. Yeah, man, just having a lot of fun. So I talk smack for a living, and I do it in Spanglish, so I have a lot of fun. It's like my dream. I'm living my dream.
Spanglish is like the new Bentley.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's like fly.
And I thought people didn't like it. When I was in Florida, they were like, nobody's going to like it in New York. I'm like, how you telling me nobody's going to like Spanglish? I mean, New York is full of everybody. It's a melting pot. Everybody speaks Spanish at one point.
Exactly.
They know mommy, they know papi, and they know the bad words.
Yes.
That's all we need.
Exactly.
And they know Orchard Beach.
Yeah, Orchard Beach.
That's my spot.
The BX. Okay. There you go. But I grew up in Jersey and born in Boston, so proud Dominican, proud Latina. So let's get it.
Yes. So we have our other
Happy
guest
New Year.
here. Yeah,
Happy New Year, Feliz Año Nuevo to everybody.
Yeah, Feliz Año Mañón. Yeah, that's it.
Feliz Año Nuevo, yes.
How y'all know each other?
We met each other. Well, I think we might have known each other way before.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
because we met each other at Raheem Devon's Christmas party that I was hosting.
No, I actually met you
beforehand?
Yeah, at the station.
Wait, what day? Oh my God, now I feel crazy.
Oh yeah, I met you at it was the last, you had a last party for that murder thing.
What?
I don't know. Y'all were doing it.
Scandal watch party.
There you go.
Okay, yes.
I got
Scandal.
you before we even got the podcast going.
No, I know. I hear you.
And I'm willing to do it. Like, I love to help and be out and I like talking to everybody. So I was like, oh, you want me to be on it? Let's get it.
Yes.
Let's do
But
it.
I think we met each other over 15 years ago at BET when I used to intern there.
Representing BET.
Yeah, man. Small world.
I miss it. It is.
Good times. Anybody who ever had a chance to be in there or still has, go do it.
And that was at 555, right?
What?
That was on 57th Street?
Yeah.
59.
59.
59, right?
57.
No, 57th.
Oh, 57.
You were in the building.
Oh, yeah, I was in the building.
57th, 10th Avenue.
I know it's in the 50s.
Yeah.
So we have Miss Sherry Mallory.
Well, thank you all so
From
very
Atlanta,
much for having me. I'm glad to be back. Remember, we ended the year with
Yes.
and I'm coming back full-fledged. I'm ready to launch the campaign. Now, the first time it was an announcement.
All right, girl.
Today it's full-fledged launched. I'm launching my campaign for President of the United States in 2020. Yes.
What?
Please
We
believe
need that horn
because
sound.
after all of what I've been through in my lifetime, it's time.
Okay.
It's time.
Well,
But we all been through.
Yeah.
that's a heavy statement. So let's pump the brakes. and let's get a little clarity on that.
Okay.
So what does that mean? What's the campaign?
how do you make
I mean,
that
we heard
decision?
exactly. I mean, I heard
Yes.
Warren earlier. I hear all these other things. They want Michelle. They want Oprah 2020. So what's up?
Well,
Make it clear.
2020 want me. I'm
Okay.
not waiting on 2020. I'm actually representing the American people now,
Mm-hmm.
as I have for the past 35 years of my life. I'm much older than that, but for 35 plus years, I've dedicated my life in serving people all over the world, not just the United States, but with my campaign platform, I'm going to educate people. You know, everybody always talk about education.
Mm-hmm.
When you know better, you do better. When you do better, you have better. And when you have better, you can be better.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm all about.
Solid.
How do you make that decision to say I'm going to run for the president, and what's the process?
Yeah, exactly.
When you've worked amongst these people for over 35 years and you've been in the background, it's time for me to step out and say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to be bound anymore. I'm not going to be held back. I'm not going to allow these things to happen on my watch simply because I can. I can run because it's my decision. You know,
But-
God gave me a vision and I'm going to follow through with it.
So what you just make
But
you
what's
don't
the-
run the house. You don't have to be in a cabinet to run for president. You can just be like, yo.
No, you can be an
I'm a-
American citizen, 35 years of age, and you have to be an American citizen. That's
Yeah.
it, 35 years old.
That's it. You put in the paperwork, and that's it. You
That's
keep going.
it. I registered my campaign December 3rd. I came up here in New York to announce it, and after that, the rest is his story.
Yeah, yes,
in
right. Now, do you have to
2020.
pay for this to start off? Do you have to have a certain amount of money? Because usually you think
Yes
people's like-
and no.
Okay.
Yes and no. Because
All right.
when you start your campaign, you got to raise some money. But there's a $5,000 threshold. When you spend $5,000, it means that you can actually start running. But no, I registered my campaign. I'm going to raise the money, and we're going to go from there.
Okay, so we're gonna get into the campaign in a second after
Exactly.
breaking it
All
down.
right, all right.
Yeah, we feeling you.
Yeah,
All
definitely feeling you. Definitely, I can't wait to get
Well, thank
into
you
some
so
more
very
antics.
much.
Yeah, I'm curious too because I might want to run.
Yeah, but you
Nah,
got to
that's
go,
all right.
girl.
That's
I might want to run.
That's
so
a heavy crown to hold.
let's talk about what's the elephant in the room.
The one that you've been dying to talk about
Oh,
right
yeah,
here.
yeah.
That's
I
right.
mean, as soon as I got here, she was like, okay, Asante McGee.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh, earlier this week.
I saw
earlier
that
this
interview
week,
with
she
her.
was like, "We got to get all over all.
Yeah,
Ain't no bumping and grinding going on for him."
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's a crazy situation. Like for me, being in the business for so long, and I know you've been in the business as well as everybody. We've always heard about R. Kelly.
Always heard about him.
Always. This is not something brand new to us. So for
It's
me,
not.
like when I sat down, I had the pleasure to sit down and talk to Asante McGee.
Uh-huh.
And that was the first thing that I kept asking her was like, you never knew about R. Kelly?
Wait a minute, no disrespect. When she old though?
She was older. Yes, she is older.
Yeah.
She's older. She says she knew better, but she was a super fan.
Right.
And she just was enamored with the R. Kelly.
Right.
I don't understand how somebody can be so enamored with a man that it wasn't like it was right after Aaliyah, because maybe then you might have been like, that's a lie.
Right, exactly.
No, but you seen a video of him urinating on someone.
And Dave Chappelle co-signed.
like everybody saw this. So you're telling me you're still gonna proceed to go be with this man?
But
Well,
in your interview,
is
she
it-
said that she didn't see the video, didn't she?
She never
Tanya?
saw it.
She never
Everyone
saw it.
always said
Everybody saw that
everyone
video.
saw it.
That's
You seen
CYA.
snippet, huh?
Yeah, that's covering yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you cover yourself. But the thing is, it's like, yo, to me, I couldn't understand it, because even when I heard about Aaliyah, I knew to stay away. And everyone always made jokes about R. Kelly, and I kept saying that to her even before the interview. I said, yo, I don't understand.
I
'Cause
know.
you cannot tell me you've never heard about R. Kelly and his situations.
And all the situations. Oh my God.
And being
Aaliyah,
married.
being married. She had
The
an
urinating-
abortion.
yeah, abortion. Well, I mean, that was a story. I never
Yeah,
heard that
but
from
I'm
his
yeah.
people. That was because it's a nice little check that people start suing nowadays, quick
Right.
and easy. But when just knowing that he married her, messed with somebody young, always heard that
He
he
was
messed with a young.
27. She was 15.
Yeah, wasn't she
15.
15?
Yeah.
Okay, so 15. Regardless,
You heard
14?
14?
I heard 14. I
Probably
heard
so.
15.
She probably know better than
Because we
me.
never heard an exact age from when she first came out, because she was always saying she was older. She never said her age.
Right.
And she always carried herself older.
Right.
Right.
But for when I sat with Asante, she was just like, I always heard stuff, but I always fought for R. Kelly. She never changed that situation. Like, she always said that even in the documentary, and when we spoke in person, she was just like, I just loved me some R. Kelly. I would fight anybody for him. But I don't understand. Like, yo, I knew to stay away from him. And I was in the business. My boss was like, and there's a bunch of people, even Bill Cosby. When I interned at BET, Bill Cosby came in for a radio role. And I had to sit there and make sure he talks to every radio station. She says, stay away from him. He is not a nice man. That was the first thing that she would. Is that on?
That's you.
Man, I'm dead.
No, that's
No, that's
is
you.
that on? Lower the volume on the.
No, it's you.
It's me.
Oh, okay. I got my radio tuned in. I said, oh, no.
He was like, it's you. I'm like, no, it's not me. But is it the money? Is the parents pimping out the children?
To me,
Like, what's up?
yes.
See, like for me, I felt, and I've always said this, like I believe that people had a mission, and they even said it. You want to be a star, and you will do that by any means necessary. And for me, I feel, and I don't mean to disrespect the parents or any parent that puts their child out there like that. That's just not my cup of tea.
Right.
But I feel like parents, you knew about R. Kelly.
Right.
Everybody always knew. You cannot tell me that a parent did not know about R. Kelly. We all knew about
Well,
it.
you
Yeah.
see in the
Yes, we did.
docu-series, you see
Yeah.
the parents.
Yeah, but you're willing to sell you're allowing your child to go run their life. Like, they don't know no better. And I blame the parents, and I'm sorry. And I know people might get upset, but you as a parent, you need to stay there. If you want your child to succeed, then you're going to have to quit.
Well, first of all, let's talk about what's her name, Azarel, from the documentary. Azarel, I
The
think
one
that's
from
her name.
Orlando.
Yeah, from Orlando. She went out there by herself the first time. That's when she got turned out. No joke.
Yeah, and
Okay.
the
The parents, I think, did as best as they could.
No, and I agree, but then at some point they let the sister go. Like, that's not how it's gonna work.
Right.
I grew up with very strict parents. There was no leaving the house.
Right.
My father said, "You got a backyard.
Yeah.
You and your brothers could go in the backyard." I said, "Can I play with my friends?" I created 2 other people. Go play with them. There was you don't go nowhere without me.
Right.
And the parents said they heard things, and the father felt a certain type of way. And I'm not trying to put a guilt on the parent, but at least moving forward, any
Why
parent,
not put a guilt on the parent?
because I don't want that heavy burden on me. God forbid the parent like have that guilt and they do something to themselves.
Right.
That would, like me, I am very cautious of what I say.
Right.
But with that being said, you heard things. You're doing all this right now in front of the camera, throwing rocks at the window.
Oh.
Why didn't you throw rocks before?
That hurt me.
It bothered me.
Oh my God.
I felt very bad.
I have a 20-year-old daughter now who's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I just don't know what I would do if I was in that situation.
I know what
Well,
I would do.
what would
Yeah.
you do?
I would, I'm a very aggressive person.
Well, I am too,
So
but-
no, I'm saying more aggressive where I will not let up until I get my daughter.
Yeah, like
That's
they
it.
said the daughter was threatening them at 17. Again, I'm not them. They might have a different relationship with their kids.
Yeah,
but you ain't threatening
You're
me.
not
You're
living
you're
in my house.
Yeah.
Not living
And I
in my
gotta
house.
beg
that's
for my
sure.
child back or beg to
Yeah.
see him or talk
Yeah.
to him. That's
Right,
it. That ain't
right.
And I would be at that recording all day, every day. At least for a person being in the business, I would always be there at all chances. You're recording, okay? I'm sitting there recording with you. You gotta go to the bathroom. I'm standing in front of the door. I do that with my nephew now. My nephew, he's not my child. He's I think 14 right now.
Uh-huh.
I'm there every chance anywhere
Right.
he moves. All right, let's go.
Right.
I'm looking at everybody. My oldest nephew, when he turned 18, well then by all means, you don't want to talk to me no more. Then you on your own.
You have to
It's
protect
over.
them. You
Yeah,
have to
exactly.
protect them.
But
I
you
think-
ain't playing around.
I think we have a caller. Is
Oh,
this
we got the
Angela?
call?
Jay.
Oh, it's
Hey,
Steve.
hey, Steve.
Have you been listening? We've been getting heated on this R. Kelly. Steve Cohen, news director.
Yeah. I'm in the game with this. I've got to
Hello?
tell me.
Hi.
Ask me what's going on.
Hey, Steve. How you doing? It's Tonya.
Can you hear
How
us,
you
Steve?
doing? I'm doing fine. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you fine.
I know you got your newscast going. He's on
Yeah,
the West
KU
Coast.
side,
Yeah,
San Diego.
doing his
Steve
thing.
Cohen, the news director. Yeah. So, what do you think about what's going on?
R. Kelly as a
Well,
media guy.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think there's any question that the documentary really opened some doors, and that the surviving R. Kelly, 6 hours long, I think, with 50 people in it. It's very hard not to begin to make conclusions, but I do think that everybody's got to be prudent here. You have to give it time to play out. I mean, I look at the restaurateur Mario, and what just happened to him, and he had plenty of charges against him. DA said nothing there. So I think you have to say there's either a justice system or there's not. People have to have some due process, and I always advise that.
Well, legally, there's a
I'm not opposed to R. Kelly. I'm not for or against R. Kelly, but I think there's a process here that might be worth allowing to play out rather than everyone weighing in as quickly as they are.
Legally, there seems to be no criminal charges.
None.
Because
But
there's nobody none of the girls are going to go
talk.
against him.
Right.
And the
Nobody's
ones
gonna
that
talk.
can have nothing to prove it, I think.
I think Chicago just
You
did
think
a-
Lady Gaga's gonna be under heat though, all the way through the Oscars? Because she said they had her come out, her PR team, and make a statement that she hated herself or had to do it at that time.
But it was a song. She wasn't one of his girls.
Yes,
No.
exactly. It was
Right.
a
So
song.
there's-
So everybody's pulling their songs back.
Yeah, and as they should.
Yeah.
They're shooting. Like for me, I feel like when they say they want to mute R. Kelly, you need to mute R. Kelly all the way because he
Right.
still makes money off of songs that he's written,
Right.
things that he's done. So you can't tell me you're gonna mute him for his music when he's making music off of Whitney and Michael.
Yep.
So you have to pull everybody's music, and like a Lady Gaga, she wants to take her music off. I applaud her, but that means everybody. Like B2K, I'm gonna stop it after the concert. You can't tell me you're gonna stop it after the concert after you make money. Get that money then, and then you have to say I'm going to give 100% to
The victims or
domestic
something. Yeah,
violence
yeah,
or something like that.
something,
But if I may, I think there's a larger cultural issue that surrounds the R. Kelly debate, which is not what he did or didn't do it improperly with these young women, but also the general community that likes R. Kelly's work and their response to it. I mean, I think there was a support
Well, that's what
That
Jada
kept-
Pickett
Yeah.
said.
Yeah,
that
his
kept R.
mu-
Kelly going that really perhaps shouldn't have been there, and that should have been much more reviewing who he was and what the nature is. Because look, a lot of R. Kelly's lyrics, as you both know very well, he's a very out there guy. This is not somebody that's living within a tight parameters. He's living out. He's living large, saying what's on his mind, using language, suggestive language, and other things. Not worse than other rappers, certainly, but he's out there, and nobody ever called.
Yeah, well, I mean, his music, I will not lie, it's a song that hits all of us, and we get taken to a place that is a great memory. May it be a first kiss or a record that you put on a cassette. Remember back in the day we used to make dedications. So his music
Right.
was hard, even for me. It wasn't until I saw the documentary
Right.
that I was like, I can't really mess with you, R. Kelly. Like, I really got to pull all the way back, because I was like, these girls did it. They want, everything that happened. I'm not saying they allowed it, but things happen, and I had no control over it. I don't like him, but I like his songs, so I'm gonna keep rocking with him. Once I saw the documentary, and I started hearing the girls,
Right.
I started hearing from the staff members, I was just like, yo, dude, you were given a lot of passes, and you continue till this day. There's no
But I
remorse
think-
whatsoever.
I think his narrative, though, as you know, very strong narrative. A kid who was, sort of molested from the time he was little. Tavis Smiley was.
There
a
you
big,
go.
Yeah,
There you go.
I
a
told
big
you it was
supporter.
something.
But my thing is, how much can you blame your past? You have to learn from it.
Right, but a lot of people still do that.
And I know, but we have to, like, when people like, I caught a lot of flack for my interview with Asante, because they said that I wasn't compassionate with her. I talk to everyone just how I talk to you, how I'm talking right now. This is who I am. But at what point do I need to keep coddling you? Because if I keep coddling you, then you're gonna keep falling back into that damn place. And I don't want. This is how I approach.
Right.
I'm not a psychologist, so this is how I do it. I'm not gonna keep coddling you. So for me, R. Kelly. Some people are traumatized and they're messed up, but some other people hang on to it. They hang on to it like,
Right.
yo, I was molested, so this is how I'm gonna be. No, you don't have to be
a
that. You
lot
break
of
the
people
cycle.
are like that.
Right.
No, but
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 like,
I
this
think
is
R.
the
Kelly
difference. This
was
is the
not
difference.
messed up mentally. I think from his child molestation. I think for me,
fame.
I think
It's like
money.
revenge. He's
Yeah.
getting revenge
Yeah.
back, and that's like a fantasy in his head.
Right.
Like, I
But
want this.
he was molested as a child. He wasn't molested by other kids. He was molested by adults. So I thought you would go after more adults.
But you don't know that though.
But it was his sister. His
Okay.
brother said it
Hard
was
to
his
know
sister.
that.
Yeah, so you don't know what.
No, his brother was on an interview and
Right.
said
It
his
was
sister molested them. She was 16.
That's
So
why he's
that's
doing
why-
it.
Took his
There
head
it is,
down.
right there. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
but
that's
but everybody else they mentioned
I wanna-
uncle.
But let me tell you something. This type of behavior. I'm talking about older man, really younger woman in the music industry, as you all know, is not unusual. And I sort of look at what's the black-white standard here. And Jerry Lewis married his cousin Myra Brown. She was 13. Elvis Presley started courting Priscilla when she was a young teenager. So, these things are not unknown, and I just wonder, is there a racial standard that's being applied to R. Kelly that hasn't been applied to white artists?
For me, they married these women.
right.
It was one.
Right.
R. Kelly
True.
has a school full of women.
And still have them.
Of
And
teenagers.
Still
the
have them.
acts were really horrendous.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, no, the urination, the bed, the you can't eat, the slavery.
That's
Yeah,
the
so
part that
remember-
bothers me the most.
Yeah, you were asking us. What's her name? Asante.
Asante McGee,
Asante.
yes, yeah.
I keep saying Asante.
It's
Asante
yeah.
McGee. You kept asking her, like, so. He's telling you got to call him daddy every time.
Yeah.
You,
And I was surprised because she was one of the women, which she said she was able to leave and come back. So I'm like, you leave to get your clothes. You see that you're not liking things, but you still came back.
because
and
he was R. Kelly.
And
But-
he
but
probably
she said
threatened
that-
her.
But if you're being threatened, I'm leaving, boy. I'm getting my boys.
I'm out.
I'm
Right.
getting you. Everybody knows a boy
Right,
that
right,
they could get.
right.
If you don't know a boy,
Right.
you know a boy of a boy.
Yeah,
Then somebody's gonna come and
exactly.
get you.
Exactly.
So you're, and then she was like, "I'm trying to plot my way out." So I was waiting till we got to, I forgot what
New
area
Orleans.
to get out. Like,
Yeah.
Because her family
and she
was
had her
there.
phone.
Yeah.
Like all these girls. This is the part that bothers me, and I'm trying to figure out. You had your phone at all times. You had your phone. The girl was calling the other girl to meet her in the bathroom. That's what, like, and I'm not blaming none of these women. I am just trying to understand so
Right.
that if I knew somebody that's in that situation, I could help guide them.
Well-
these are the questions that I was asking, and it was not making any sense. Like, you kept going back.
Well, Dominique,
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
kept going back.
She kept going back,
Her
and
mom
she
came
recorded
and
her
got
friend.
her. Yeah.
Right, her mother came
Oh,
and got
yeah,
her and
yeah.
she went back.
That's
Yeah.
the little boy one.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
she-
But she
right.
wasn't looking like a little boy before. What
know?
happened? She was beautiful.
Yeah, I
Right.
think she left once with her mom, came
Came
back,
back,
and then left
left
again.
again.
That was it, twice.
So the point comes back to who you believe.
I don't know.
It's hard. It's hard to. I mean, I believe that R. Kelly did do some bad
Oh yeah,
I do.
because he
I
still
will
has,
never say that
he
he's not
still
dead.
has two women, at least that we know. The two young girls.
Yeah, the one from
Jo-
Orlando, and then the one who was on television.
Yeah, Joy. What's her name?
on TMZ.
Yeah,
There's too
I
many
forgot
girls
her
to
name.
be remembering
Exactly.
these names.
Yeah.
Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4.
Well,
number
the
25
25
today.
of a documentary.
Yeah.
I mean, it's heavy.
It sure is.
You know.
So yeah,
And
I don't
it just
know.
questioned everything, parenting and the race, and the voices of the women.
That's another thing.
We didn't.
Everyone's saying the
if they
race.
were, if they were
but they're also saying
Caucasian,
black women too.
Yeah,
like
but
why
it-
that black
Right.
women don't matter.
No, black women, black girls. I believe. I don't know if it would have been white or black. I think he prefers black women.
Right,
He
of
loves
course.
the black woman.
Right.
Not in that way that we want him to love us.
Right.
But I think his preference was black. It wasn't that he was trying to choose between a white girl and a black girl not getting busted. I think he just prefers young black girls and women. So
Right.
now everybody's saying yes, the age, but it was both ways. There was a radio personality.
Right,
that
the
blew
radio
my mind.
personality from Dallas blew my mind. Left the
Oh,
job.
wait a minute, hold on.
Left the job.
Oh yeah,
And flew
that was
to
her.
be in
That-
Chicago.
Yes, exactly.
And that's the one. That's the one that
Exactly.
really made me upset the most too, because listen, I was an intern and I heard. We all heard. Like I was an intern. So you telling me you are a grown woman on the air? You never
Left
knew
you.
about R. Kelly.
Right.
She knew about him.
Of course
I'm
she
not
was.
She
trying
knew
to,
about it.
I'm not putting words in her mouth. But I'm saying, like, my love, you telling me on this green earth you did not hear a thing about R. Kelly as a radio personality. We are privileged to a lot of closed door conversations. Many closed door conversations. And again, I'm not blaming you. I pray that you get over this. Not get over it, but you could be cleansed from
You
this
heal,
evil.
you- yeah.
You heal. But you telling me that you never heard any closed door conversation about R. Kelly?
Is love
Never.
blind? Is that the deal? Is it emotional toll? Did he have
It could
such a
be.
game or a rap or
Well, I
whatever it
asked
was?
Asante.
Okay.
I said, "Was that D worth you staying?" And she said,
She said the music was good.
"She said if the music reflects
Yeah,
what
yeah.
he is." So I'm gonna say, I guess it was.
whatever he said
But
in
they
his
were
songs,
also
that's what he
saying that he was so creative and everything. I mean, it was multiple women. It was
He was very controlling,
Black
yeah.
room. It was the this.
He
and the-
directed
They
them.
did things they never even dreamed of doing.
Even having them talk like a little girl.
Oh, yeah, remember that part?
That's
Yeah,
what
she did
tripped
say
me out.
that.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Wait
yeah.
a minute
So
now.
it's kind
A certain
hard
pitch,
to turn
like,
off.
Yeah, she
Get
had
it to a certain
audition
pitch.
for her
Yeah.
her part in the
And it's
circus.
It's sad because I always wonder
is
what
sad.
her mentality, like, because we as minority women, like, we are strong.
Yeah,
We
but
are
there's
very strong.
Right.
there are a lot of people
Yeah.
who don't think or have the sound mind like I would think that we have. You know what I'm saying?
I say it for a short time. We had that mentality. Oh, I'm gonna speak from my experience. I was in a situation where I stayed in a very verbal, abusive relationship, and I stayed with it for 4 years. Don't know why, but I stayed in it. But trust and believe, there was a point where I knew what I for the first 2 years.
You thought
it
you
was
could
bad.
fix it.
I felt bad for the person, and I think one of the girls also felt bad for R. Kelly, so she stayed there. But it wasn't until it got physical that I was like, all right, I got to go.
Right.
And I ended up going to jail for a day
Breaking
because
point.
of it. That was the breaking point, and I still stayed for a little bit, but that was just for me to make sure that I got myself financially and everything together to get him out, and I was good by myself.
Right, exactly.
But it wasn't like theirs. It wasn't like I wasn't that financially ready. I was fine. I had my money, but I stayed.
Well, that's what happens, you know. That's
But it
what's
wasn't
striking a
that.
chord with us. Not legally as much as it is we've been there, it could have been us, we might know somebody, you know a boy who knows a boy, or you know a girl who knows a girl, whether it was DV, Me Too, someone in the family, because it touches the heart and it hurts.
But I think is when you get touched once, that's the idea when you need to go.
That's what you say.
No, but that was like, I knew. My father always taught me, like, when somebody put their hands on you, you beat their ass and then you leave.
Right.
And
My dad taught me the same thing.
You know,
Yeah, well, I think every parent of our generation probably said that stuff and everything. But yeah, how long did it take you to leave? You said
once the hands went on.
okay,
But it was 4 years of other words hurt just as much.
yeah.
But the words didn't. I guess for me, it didn't bother me as much.
Right.
Because I was just like, all right, whatever, dude. I'm making money and I'm working and I'm good.
I know who I am. Exactly.
Right.
So
It was more of I
Yeah.
felt bad for him because I felt like, yo, this dude has nobody loving him. He always would say, like, my mom never changed my diapers when I was young.
how he know?
Huh? That's what I said. That's what I would say to him. But I felt bad.
That's what goes back to the other thing, right?
But when somebody said you feel bad for them, you get the mommy syndrome. That's what I call it. Like, you feel like you could be their moms. You want to
Yeah.
take care of him. You
No.
don't want nothing bad to happen. But once your hands, it's just like, you got to be like, oh no, my friend, you got the wrong one. Wrong one.
All right, we're gonna take a short break and come back.
Well, we're taking a break in the middle of the beat. Okay.
You think so?
I
Not-
thought I know we got to take a hard break, so let's take the hard
Yes,
break. But
now.
man, we got a lot to talk about.
I know. We'll be right back.
I mean, we
with
were
it,
getting messages up in Wazoo.
I know.
Hit the music.
Hit the music. We'll be right back.
It's Cohen's.
Oh, yeah. Knees scrape, palms stool. Every inch of me is covered in a bruise. Hurts like hell. Eyes black, blood blue. I could let go now, but I can't and I don't want to. I won't lie, it's a battle of the mind. Almost looked for an escape from this agony I'm feeling inside. Feel so damaged that I might break. I realize this is my life. I can't quit or won't hesitate. Snatched the thorn right out my side. Fell down 7 times, stood up 8. 'Cause if I stay down, then I'm giving them what they want. What they want. Yeah, if I stay down, then I'm giving them what they want. Can't be giving them what they want. Won't be giving them what they want. Grease down, hair tight, brass knuckles on, 'cause it's about to be a fight. Hold my purse, don't be surprised, 'cause the tables have turned and now you realize I ain't tempted by the offer to surrender. Are you done yet? The answer is never. Know how to float, so I'll never go under. Just might sting you, so run for cover. Mama show ain't raised no quitter, so with all that pain I felt, I was down, but I got back up, and now I'm taking home the belt. 'Cause if I stay down, you to stay, but if you stay down, oh, then you're giving them what they want. Who cares about what they want? You can't stay down, because that's not what you want. Because that's not what you want. Hey, yes, if I stay down, giving them what they want. Can be, oh, yes, if I stay down, then you're giving them what they want. You're giving them what they want. What they want. Stay down. What they want. If I stay down.
Sharon.
Are you good, girl?
No, look this way.
Let me just do this.
Just look at this way. Just take a picture.
Oh, really?
He gives me a hard time all the time.
Can't promote that.
Oh my God. Just hard. Welcome back. We're back.
Are we back?
Yes, we're back.
All right, girl.
Talking all that
Where's my
noise
phone?
and everything.
Joke.
Okay.
Okay.
So we're
That's like my glasses, right? Where's my glasses?
yeah. You broke your glasses. Those are new.
Nah.
You all right?
Wait, where's your mic? It's behind you.
Talking to the mic.
Yeah, I was like, it was sounding a little distant.
Yeah. See, that's the radio. She's a total energy
Love it. Love
You know,
it.
you
media
have-
empire.
Love
He
it.
has a lot of energy. I'm
Media
taking it
empire.
down for a little bit.
No.
Because usually when I'm around with people, somebody has to take the step back. So I let everybody else be so like, "Rawr," and I'll chill. You're really on 10.
Yeah, that's because I'm just working hard. But anywho, happy Friday. We're back.
We're back.
Don't forget to introduce yourselves.
La Loca, dímelo from Radio 1039 and on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. It's La Loca.
I don't think you could turn it down, girl.
A little bit.
I don't think you can.
Yeah, I can.
It's not in your blood.
I'm right here.
What do you say to that, my man? Come over to the mic real quick. Introduce yourself. We like to get everybody some love.
What up, Danny in the building?
AKA Mr. Tinder. I never show his face. So
Oh, okay. Oh,
hopefully
okay.
he did not make it on your screen.
Oh, okay. AKA
Oh,
Mr.
I didn't know
Tinder.
he made it.
Yeah, oh, he did?
Yes,
oh my
I'm sorry. I
God.
turned
You
it
should
right
have
there.
gave
I
us
was
the
like
ad
that.
lib on
Oh,
that.
Yeah, I
yeah,
turned it
but
right
it's okay,
there.
it's okay, Mr. Tinder.
Okay. All right, Mr. Tinder.
Yeah, we met on the app.
Oh, on the Tinder app?
Yeah.
That's Mr. Tinder?
Yeah.
Okay.
amazing.
Going on 2 years.
All right.
Congratulations.
I know.
And he ain't the one I was talking about, so don't get it twisted. That man touches me in a nice
hey,
way.
hey,
I love
hey.
that man.
Wow.
Hey, oh.
I love him to death.
She said she love you.
So,
She love you.
I do all this now with him because
That's
of
that
him.
daddy voice.
Yes,
Hi,
I call him
hi,
daddy,
Daddy.
in a good way,
Daddy.
not R. Kelly way. Future president.
What's up, Future President?
Well,
Yes.
I'm Sherry T. Mallory. Again, that's Sherry T. Mallory from the ATL representing. And I am running for president of the United States in 2020. Yes, that's correct.
I love
Oh
how
my
that
God.
sounds,
I am
though.
excited about that. It's been a long time coming, especially with what we're dealing with today
Yeah.
in America. I don't want to get too deep into things because I promised myself not to focus my energy on what they're doing and stay focused on what I'm doing.
Now, let me ask you. We're talking about R. Kelly.
Well, yeah, I am so sorry. I am so sorry because I got this caller on. Miss Angela.
Okay.
Attorney, NYC. Angela, you on?
Yes, I'm on.
Hey, Happy New Year, girl.
Happy New Year to you, Tonya.
How you doing?
Wake up, girl. What's up? How you doing?
I'm good.
That's good. That's good. So we got, we're up here talking about R. Kelly. R. Kelly.
R.
Kelly. So we just want to know what you think about this whole situation here with these women and him keeping them captive and all this good stuff. What do you think? You think it's real?
The short answer is that I think it's disgusting.
Yes.
I heard some of the comments that were made. I agree with a lot of them. I think R. Kelly demonstrates just how kind of blind Americans can be to wealth and power. I think a lot of the panelists are right that we kind of knew that he was a pig and a terrible person, but seeing some of those testimonials that women made really drove it home.
Legally, can anybody do anything right now?
Legally, there is a state's attorney in Cook County, the Cook County state's attorney, who's a black woman, whose name I'm not remembering at the moment, is asking victims in the Chicago area to come forward to press charges. And a couple of women have come forward. Now she's got a test. A couple of women have come forward in Georgia. I don't think women have come forward yet in Chicago, where a lot of stuff took place. So you have to test whether or not, first someone has to come forward, as other people have alluded to complain. You can't just take it on your own on the criminal side. I think the good news for people who might have the courage to come forward is that there seem to have been some live witnesses to a lot of these events. So there are people who could already back them up. And I would just say, not on the legal side, but kind of on the human side, I think another part of the R. Kelly story is that there are so many people who will enable the rich and the powerful to engage in wrongful, disgusting, harmful conduct. And it seems particularly when it involves maybe black women, young women, and some of the most vulnerable people around.
His staff, for me, I wish his manager were to be prosecuted because he admitted to forging a signature.
I think something is going down.
Yeah, but that was because he threatened, allegedly threatened the father of the girl from Orlando.
Right.
But I don't know how long, what is it, the statute of limitation for him forging a signature. Like, it's illegal to forge legal documents, right?
That's true. It is.
Is there a statute of limitations on that?
Well, I hear the statute of
limitations on most things, but I wouldn't know. I just don't know what.
Because I know it was
the
long
documentation
ago.
we're talking about.
All right. Well,
his staff has to get it, but I know if they were smart, somebody had to record. Your manager.
They all recorded something. There's a lot of video out there. I'm telling you.
For me, that staff should be using that when they go to court. They should be like, listen, all right, let's go prosecute it. You shouldn't have to wait for the girls because some of the girls, yes, may be so brainwashed that they're not going to say anything.
Right.
Or they don't want to be humiliated, known as one of his girls.
Right.
So what's going to happen? The staff needs to take all the video and just the girl won't say nothing, but here's the video.
Right.
Can they use those old videos against him?
Possibly.
I think that's an excellent point. It would depend, I think, upon how old the video is. And there are also issues around discovery. But I think potentially the videos could be powerful evidence against him in terms of actions against minors. I think the points you're making are good ones.
Well, what if he still has the video? Because that's child pornography. They could still get him then for that. Mm-hmm. He just has to have it in his possession, right? Possession.
Yeah, you got to find the videos. And let's face it, after the sex tape came out, it should have brought him down to begin with.
But he didn't have
that. He'd be more careful about. I don't think he's going to stop videotape. He can help himself.
But
I'm sure he's pretty careful about he keeps them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, you would be sure, but they always mess up. Just like cops, robberies, guys always use their cell phones and get busted.
What? No, I was gonna say the video was fuzzy, so that's why I think they got off, because you couldn't tell it was him. But in these other videos that he directed, and if it shows that it's him and he has it in his possession, that's like if we were all here together, this is your facility and you got the guns, it's gonna come on you. So if they came and if his staff can at least plant the damn videos.
If they get a warrant,
somebody
to
will.
If they get a warrant to search, they probably will find.
And
the
if they find videos, then we could get him that way, because that's possession of child pornography.
But I heard his daughter came out and called him a monster.
That's right. Call him a monster. Yeah.
So when your daughter comes out and call you a monster, what you saying?
But it's confusing because, like for me, your daughter calls you a monster, but your ex-wife still carries you. And again, I'm not blaming her. And I know we've all been talking about this, at least behind closed doors in radio. We're trying to understand why his wife. You went through a lot, my love.
A lot.
You went through a lot. You kept the last name. You still support him. You still defend him. But you're not defending him for what he did to you, but you still defend him saying as his music, but you want us to mute him. You want us to see him as a bad person, but you're still there for him. You're not, you can't say that you are a survivor, because I truly believe you're not yet. If you're still sitting here acting like R. Kelly music is all good, I would be traumatized. I think I would still be knocking. Like, let me out.
Right.
That's like the sunken
But
place.
she went through a lot of things. I think when she had what was that show? Love and Hip Hop or something, when she was in LA. She was on that show.
Oh, she was on Love and Hip Hop.
Not Love and Hip Hop. She was on a different. I forgot what reality show, but it was on VH1.
Right.
But my thing is, if you hurt me so bad, I don't want to have nothing to do with you.
Yeah, nothing.
I mean, a little. You could hurt me a little bit, like you broke my heart, or you did, one little thing. But you telling me several years, your kids had to get picked on.
Yeah.
You're gonna continue on. I'm changing my name because I don't want my kids to have to deal with this. But yet you still say that he's a good father. That's where a lot of us in America, and I feel bad that we're in this state, but we look at you sideways because we want to rock with you, but you're still doing things.
Okay, well, we're going to move on from R. Kelly and talk about this presidency. Thank you.
Are we moving on?
Yeah, we got to. I'm
so
sorry.
So much heat up in here. Oh, I'm sorry.
Thanks, Angela. But you can hang around. This young lady right here is running for president.
That's right.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it.
All right, so you have mucho questions. First of all, you're going to run for 2020 president.
That's
you already filed your paperwork.
Already did it.
So what's your campaign platform going to be about?
Well, basically, I want to invest in educating people. That's the most important part. As I said earlier, when you know better, you do better. And when you do better, you have better. And when you have better, you be better. And that's my whole...
They're going to hit you on health. They're going to hit you on
I got
the
all
border.
Of that.
They're going to hit you on what's next. They're going to hit you on how much money you're going to, right?
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to look into your Twitter account, your social media.
They can look at anything. I'm in the public anyway. I can confess all my sins. Before God, I can forgive myself and then forgive others. Been doing it all my life.
And what do you hope to accomplish? I mean, it sounds like it's a tough race now.
It is, but you got to look at it right now as the American people are hurting right now.
And under what brand? Was you liberal, conservative?
I'm a Democrat.
Okay.
Yes, and it's not so much as a people part, a Democratic or Republican party. I'm more concerned about the people. It's a people party. So I've been in the legislative arena all my life. So this is not something new to me. I worked in the General Assembly in 2010. I worked on several campaigns. I've been campaign managers for several elected officials that are currently in office. So my credibility, people can speak for me. So it's not like I have to try to prove myself to people. That's the most important thing right now. But what I want to do is just invest in the American people and bring up their true values. Let them understand that they do have a purpose. The government's supposed to work for us. We don't work for the government. And with this shutdown right now, I just think it's advantageous for us to stand up and be who we are and show the American people that we have value.
Right.
I mean, they're stripping us of a whole lot of resources, and families are suffering right now. It is bad when a family don't have money to maintain their livelihood, don't have enough money to buy food, money to pay bills, and then you're going to tell somebody to make some arrangements. How long you got to make arrangements in order for you to be satisfied?
They don't have like that these days.
And it's rough. And I know that I've had my days of being on the system, being on welfare and all of that. Now it's time for me to show people that you can do better. If the resources are available, no matter what it is, people need to pool together. The American people are rich people. There should not be any homelessness in America. any hungriness. You know, people shouldn't hunger for food in America. We throw away a lot of food. So now it's time for us to come together, pool our resources, and show the government that if we're gonna be served by you, we need your support. You can't be shutting down on us, because otherwise we have to turn to somebody else.
But what resources can we pull?
I mean, your resources. I mean, when a natural disaster happens, what happens? When a natural disaster, everybody start coming together, sending water, sending money, making contributions.
Yeah,
so
everybody does.
why wait for a
Everybody.
natural disaster to happen? Why not take care of people every day? Just as we was walking in the building, a lady asked if we have any extra change for her children to eat. I'm like, do you know how expensive it is to live in New York? To feed a family in New York? One child, two child. She had about 5 children
I don't
walking
know.
down the
There's-
street.
there's-
But she
there
was
was
asking for money. So are we supposed to just feed them for a moment? Or just say, I only have a $5. You can't feed nobody for $5 in
Not
New
in
York.
York
Can
City.
you feed somebody for $5?
I mean, you can get $1 slice.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
and
that's
that's all
for one
bread.
person.
Yeah.
But I'm saying a family. That's what's most important. Families are hurting right now, and that's why I say I got to step up to the plate, simply because I have a family and I've seen a lot of people suffer in my
Well,
time.
that's what they're saying with the shutdown. 800,000 people out of work. You don't know how many
Yeah.
people live in check to check.
Exactly.
This is a big thing. It's going to break a record, a U.S. history record. So, you know, I think we're all getting involved more and more politically.
Yeah.
At least being aware, whatever you
We're
listen
giving
to.
what we can, but
Because you do it, I'm sure your viewers are like,
All the
hey,
time.
hit me up. When the border wall, when, you know, not just R.Kelly, but the border wall, the Super Bowl, or this,
No, of
or that,
course.
whatever's on the front page of the headlines.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but my thing is, I'm always trying to figure out, when I asked you, like, how are we going to get this, how we get this money? Are you going to be going after the middle class? Are you going for the one percenters? Like, how would we resolve this?
I'm
Like,
going after
your
anybody that
thought.
have a heart to know that you have to care for people first before you can just judge people. And that's why the resources are there. Why wait for a natural disaster? You have to make sure that everybody has what they need, not wait for them to fail and say, can you help me out? Just to assure that the American people are back on their feet and not trusting in the government just to say, hey, we're going to shut down in order for us to get a border wall. But that's dividing us. That's shutting us down. That's hurting us. It's not helping us. So what's the purpose?
You asking the
Yeah,
wrong
no, I'm
people.
just saying, what's the purpose? What's the purpose?
You need
That's
to
what I'm
ask him
saying.
Well, that's
I-
rhetoric. That's just rhetoric.
I don't want to
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
him that when I
Right.
know what
Yeah.
it takes to rebuild. You know, when you
Right.
have to rebuild your life, that's like a start over point. You have to press reset and say, hey, you know what? I got to reach out to the right people who I know have the resources. Reach out to the millionaires and the billionaires and the people that have the funding in these organizations all over the world to provide support and resources to people. That's what I do. I make the phone call and I'll definitely show up.
Now, what if they don't give the money?
Yeah.
There are
Who
other
next?
resources available. I mean, not just money. You can give people food, clothes. You can pay their bills yourself. You can start a fund. You can ask people. Look, they have so many mechanisms in place. GoFundMe, PayPal, Cash App. There are so many ways you can help people today. Even just asking.
People can't
Organizations.
help. People don't help as much. I mean, they do, but a lot of people
But-
are living paycheck to paycheck.
But she's frustrated.
But
and
at
she
a
wants
time
to
like this, they
take
don't
us-
have a paycheck. So
Take
if
us-
you don't have a paycheck, you're not living paycheck to paycheck. You're living just on a promise,
Right.
or a threat.
I wonder how these people feel who did vote.
Well, maybe we could ask them, and that's pretty much what we need to do, so that they can reevaluate their vote.
So what's next? What's happening? What's the process? What do we need to know? Where do we need to find you?
You can look me up on you can go to Facebook, but I want people to call me direct. I'm not going to put my number out there right now. I'll put it up on your site or whatever. I put a number up where people can reach me and talk directly to me, so that I can show them ways on how they can get their lives back on the right track.
And where you based?
In Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, we about to wrap up soon, I guess.
Already?
That's
It's
8:54.
Damn.
Time went by. Because I'm
I
like,
want to hear about the Tinder date.
I might have to, do I have to get on this app right here?
Because
listen,
Tinder's hot.
Yo, I love Tinder. I mean, when I got on it towards the end of my relationship, and I got with him, and it was my first person I went on a
Really?
date with. I didn't go on a date with anybody. I would swipe, but I just didn't find any attraction. I didn't like anybody. But I saw him like sitting on a stoop with his two nieces, and I was like, damn, no disrespect. Another guy with kids. I don't know if I want a guy with kids. And then something was like, just take that leap of faith, be different, and do it.
Glad
And I
you
found
made
out
the right
yes.
choice.
Yeah, he has no children. And I mean, I've dated guys with kids, but I just didn't want that. I wanted something different. I wanted to step out of my norm. And so we got together, and we've been for 2 years. He has been my best friend from throughout the
That's
whole
what you
thing.
need.
That's
Your
what
best
I need.
friend.
Yes, and I know you
That's
hear that
amazing.
all the time, but like when I say I do radio, he helps me out with my videos. He's my Instagram
Right,
husband.
see?
Yes,
But he
that's
DJs
awesome.
that well,
Yeah.
so he understands the business. He's not a
Right.
jealous person.
And that's the problem we run into all the
All
time,
the
as,
time.
as professional women.
What
People,
So
I
he's your
thought his
life
nickname was
partner.
Tinder.
Yeah, his nickname is Tinder, but we call.
okay.
Wow.
I don't call him his real name because everybody, when we first started dating, I didn't know if we were gonna be
That's
together,
beautiful.
so I covered his face because you in his business, you in and
Yeah,
out, you don't know what
yeah,
you're gonna do.
yeah.
So I covered his face,
Yeah.
and then it just became a thing, and I love him. Like I can't go anywhere. He's my security. He's my. Not my manager. I got to hear my own stuff. But everything else, because a lot of girls get messed up. They be like, "Oh, I'm gonna let my man run this," and then
They say don't do
yeah,
that.
they don't do that. Just love the person. But that's it. Like, but when I say I trust him wholeheartedly, I say give it a chance. You might run into some psychos, but swipe on the people you might not be attracted to. That might be the person that you're with. They might
That's
put a fake
interesting.
picture,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's fun, boy. Sex is good.
all the time.
Sports are good.
Okay.
Jokes are good.
All right, see, all right.
You know, we both. I play softball. He plays baseball.
I play some.
Did you
softball.
pray
Yeah.
before you
Yeah.
accepted it? Did you pray? Did you say a
No,
prayer
well,
like,
no.
Lord, please let
you
him
know
be?
what? But for the new year, I just said, God, whatever it is that you have for me, just let him be there. And I swear to you, we started talking towards the end of January. We went out February 16th. I asked him out 3 times. He said no.
Oh,
And then,
well,
and
I
it
mean,
was
why'd
too-
you say no?
Because it was whatever. It was too close to Valentine's
Oh,
Day. That's
wow.
why. And look at this one.
Well, listen, I'm not appreciating this.
No,
tonight.
That's good. That's good.
Well, he said yeah, and we've been together. We've been inseparable since then. Inseparable.
That's
And
a beautiful
Well,
thing.
congratulations.
Together.
That
Yeah.
is beautiful.
That
That's
is
a beautiful
rocking.
thing.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
it's rare people find somebody on this app, but it
Yeah, I
it
thought
happens.
that was
But
the
we like
sex
to
app
hear the
or something
personal
that.
stories,
Is that the
too.
crazy app? That
That's
they
awesome.
call
Yes,
sex
it's
app?
all apps. You go in there just to have sex.
Exactly.
But this one, it ended up.
Be
I wanted a
swipe. No,
relationship.
I want this swipe.
Yeah, they would come on. They'd be like, "Yo, let me see you. Let me see that. Let me see." That.
Exactly.
And I was
I'm
like,
like,
That lets you know that they're desperate.
Yeah.
And, you know, they just like.
But I'm in this
No.
business where if I put my picture out there, it's gonna
It's
go
over.
and go and go.
It's over.
So I was like,
Over.
nah. He was nothing
So you
like
took your
that.
profile down now? You don't need the
Oh,
Tinder
we
number?
took it down. I think a couple months in. He was
Okay.
like, "Mine's is down." I was like, "Mine's is down too." He goes, "But yours is still active." Oh, my bad.
Oh,
So I
And
deactivated
deactivated it.
everything. Yeah. And I
That's
haven't
good.
been on. I would never go on. I mean, there's no reason. He is I am happy. I've never
so
been as
happy
happy
for
as I am
you.
now.
That is
I'm happy
beautiful.
for you.
All I want to
You
do is
look
see him.
happy.
Yeah. Oh my
What's your
God.
zodiac sign?
He's a Virgo. I'm a Taurus.
Oh, okay. Is that a
Yeah.
good match?
It's a great match. We're best friends.
Okay,
Soulmates.
see, that's what I gotta find.
Numerology world.
Yeah.
We're soulmates.
You know what? I need to find mine.
Well,
I
is
guess.
marriage on the
Go on
Yeah,
Tinder.
exactly. Hell,
That's
don't
his
go on Tinder.
question.
I said go on
Oh,
Tinder.
go on Tinder.
He
Okay.
got to drop to the knee. I can't ask my damn self to marry him.
Exactly.
I know that's right.
But he knows that I am a size 7 in my finger.
Whatever the shoe size
It
is
could
with the
be-
fingers.
Yeah, it could be a ring pop. I don't give a damn. Just drop to the
A
knee.
drop to the knee. Bend the knee. Bend the knee. Bend the knee.
One of my friends, he just proposed to his girlfriend saying, "Are we doing this or not?"
Oh.
I'll be damned if he does that to me.
I
Because I'll say
know
no.
that-
That's
No.
gangster, right? It's like, yo, we doing this or
I
not?
love it. I love it.
I need that fairy tale. Like I fell in love with you when I swiped right. We just swipe right again. Yes,
married.
swipe right
That's
again
good.
and let's get married. So get on that. Are you gonna get on? Oh, you're married. What the hell?
Yeah, he married.
Yeah. Are you gonna find? Are you
I'm
single?
looking.
Tinder and let me swipe for you.
You
I
want to
got
swipe
that-
for me?
I
Okay,
got
so
that
I
lucky
went to
swipe.
Tinder.
You
I
went-
went to Tinder.
For real?
It was dope. I love Tinder.
I bet you did.
Did you? Is that?
Really?
Get out.
Really?
Oh my God!
Tinder's
Congrats.
off the ch-
Awesome.
You meet a lot of great people,
do.
and then you meet the right person.
Okay.
Yeah, you gotta
meet
go
a lot
for
of
it. though.
great- You do.
I was lucky to get it.
I
right
guess I'm
straight out the gate.
Interesting.
Uh-oh.
I got it straight out the
I
gate,
guess
and
I
I
better
love
go
it.
on Tinder.
Yeah,
and
get on
swipe
it.
right.
Right.
Swipe right, lady. Hey, are you
Hey,
Miss
so-
President Mary?
No.
Get on that Tinder.
Okay.
No, hell no. Don't. No. I want you to
right.
go insane.
No,
Go.
God
We
got
gotta get
me.
out of here. It's
God gonna send my
8:59.
man.
We gotta go.
We got a G-O.
Yes,
G-double-O.
Go. So I want you all to check us out IG and Facebook. TJ always on.
DJ.
TJ always on.
Thanks for having me, Tonya.
Oh yeah, thanks for all my guests.
So much.
Thanks for my
I
guests.
enjoyed it.
Always subscribe to YouTube. Always on with Tonya Jay podcast.
All
Check
right.
out all the past shows that we did. We've been rocking since June.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
yeah, we having a good time.
Yeah.
You guys have
2019.
such great energy.
We
I
rocking.
pray
We
for your
doing
success.
things. Yeah.
Thank you very
We
much. Thank
appreciate
you.
that.
But thank you for coming on, Sharon. Sorry.
It's
La
okay,
Loca.
Sharon. La Loca. It's
La
okay.
Loca.
The paycheck says both, so I don't give a
Hey,
damn.
there you
Paychecks are
go.
real.
There you go. Thank you, Sherry, for
Size
coming
7's
on.
real.
You're welcome. Thank you so very
All
much.
right, and everybody who's viewing, thank you for watching. We'll see you
Thank
next
you all
week.
for tuning
Wait a
in.
minute. Thank you, Tinder.
Later, Chief. I'll catch you on the weekend.
All right, peace out, baby.
All right, baby.
Bye.
Peace.